Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Hello and welcome if you're new here. Before we get started, I want you guys to make sure that you go ahead and click on that box right there or wherever the box will be and go ahead and subscribe so you never miss an update and you have all the inside scoop for your Business Babe Vault. My name is Christy Williams. I am a mindset and marketing coach, and I help female entrepreneurs get rid of all the mental roadblocks that are stopping them from success and get them straight to the bag. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about, just kind of briefly, I touched on it on my lives on Instagram, but I wanted to come to YouTube and talk about it a little bit more in depth where I had more space and time. So that thing is the passion pit. What is a passion pit? Well, I made up the terminology myself because I didn't really know what else to call it. But the passion pit is basically where you go to get stuck. Passion pit is where you are just not feeling inspired or motivated or in love with the process and building your business or maintaining your business. You are just not feeling it. So you find yourself walking away or not doing what you're supposed to or putting things on the back burner or thinking that you have more time than you actually do, or even if you do have that amount of time, just completely wasting it because you are just stuck in a place where you just, for lack of better terminology, you're just not feeling it. So I wanted to show you guys or just discuss with you guys a few signs that you're falling into a passion pit. I want to say there's 5, but because I'm doing this just off my spirit, I don't have it written down nowhere or anything. It just came to me and I was like, I gotta tell the girls. So 1, lack of inspiration. When you're starting to feel like there is just nothing going on that's motivating you to continue to do this. Like you are not really seeing anything. You're not really able to focus on your why. Like your why can't even pull you out of this slump. You know you got to do it. And so that inner fight motivates you. But other than that, you still sitting still because you just refuse to move because you're just not in love with the process. 2, you start to notice that you take more time than you should. And what I mean by that, if you take more time, this is when you start to push deadlines back. This is when you start to say, I have 3 weeks until this comes up. I have plenty of time. This is where you start to mess up the church's money and you wasting free trials. And, it started out 30 days. Now it's 15 and you trying to figure out how you're supposed to get everything done. Like this is the phase where you really, really need to resurface, rethink, and just reorganize your whole shit. 3. The 3rd sign that you're falling into the passion pit is you are just doing nothing. You get really used to doing nothing. You just kind of let the days pass. You say, okay, I'm going to take today off, or, I'm just not going to do it today. And I fell into that, and I'm going to just come to you with something that my inner voice told me, and I'm going to tell it to y'all like she told it to me. Sweetheart, you don't have that option. If your name was Walmart or Oprah Winfrey, you might have the option to take days off. If you was Marie Folio, I believe that's how you say it. If you was her and you had that type of clout and that type of money just coming in, you had people working for you, you could take all the days off that you want, honey. You would never have to come back. You don't have to come back. Just show up every now and then. Just pop in, say hi, and girl, we good, okay? But you're not there. You are not there. You are at square one. You are in the building stages and you need to work on what you're doing and you need to stay committed to that. I understand that you are not in love with the process right now. I get it. You're not feeling motivated. You're feeling in a slump. You're feeling like, oh, what's the point? Like you don't even know what you're feeling, but you're just not feeling this process and you just decided that you're just going to take a break. And I feel like what that does to you is, 1, it kills your momentum. Because I was doing fine before I fell into the passion pit, y'all. I was good. Like I'm getting, invites to do lives and people are reaching out to me. I'm doing a few free coaching things. I'm booking my paid coaching calls. Like things are taking off. And I'm just like, I don't feel inspired. I can't do it. I don't feel the inspiration come. Like, okay, This whole thing is not going to be love, fuzzy feelings, butterflies, and baby kicks in your tummy. It's not going to be all that. It wasn't designed to be that. Like, if the whole entire process was fun, everybody would do it. If you could get through this process unscathed, no failures, no self-loathing at times, no confusion, everybody would be doing it. Like, if it was easy, everybody would do it, because we love the easy stuff. We also love the free stuff. So if it was free and you didn't have to invest in it, and if it was easy and you really didn't have to put much effort into it, everybody you know would be 6 figures deep. Okay, everybody you know would be. But it's not. You don't have to be in love with the entire process. You're not going to be in love with the entire process. There's days you're going to wake up and you're like, I don't want to do this shit today. Like, I don't really know what the point is. Like, I'm not making no sales, although I'm not at the point where I'm trying to make sales. But them just not coming, so, you know, I don't really know how I feel. Like, you have to learn how to just move through that. And just think about it like this. Here's how I see it. When you're working for somebody else and you know you got a guaranteed check coming on Friday, okay, that will clear at 12 in the afternoon if you go get it at 8. Like, if you know that you're working for some guaranteed coin, you don't care how you feel about that job, that manager, the people who come in and out, you're going to show up. You're going to show up, you're going to start off your best self. You may not stay there, but you're going to start there. You're going to start your best self. You're going to show up all the time. You're going to show up when you don't feel like it. You're going to show up when you're not inspired. You're going to show up when you feel like you don't really need that little bit of money. You can do better than this. You a college graduate, they're not going to talk to you crazy. Yes, they will. But, you know, that's another thing. Like, when you start feeling all of those things, when you clocking in and out of your job, keep that with you when you're working for yourself. Because the only boss you could be mad at is you. The only people who are coming in and out are the people that you allow. So I feel like, in a sense, it's like you really got to get out of the passion pit. Like, no, you're not going to be in love with everything that you do. You're just not. You just not. When I go to the dentist, I'm not in love with the fact that they got to put this laughing gas on me because I'm quick to bite people. Like, I'm not in love with that. When I go to the doctors, I'm not in love with the needles. I'm in love with not being sick. I'm in love with good health and prosperity. But I am not in love with what it takes to get there. So you have to just keep the end in mind. Keep the end in mind. Keep your eye on the prize, as they say. Know what you're going for and be in love with the end result. Be committed to the end result, if nothing else. Think about what could be. If you sit here and waste this week or waste this month or waste this quarter or waste this year, and you're like, oh, well, it's June now, or July now, the year is halfway out, I'm going to just start in January. For what? Because that's 6 months that has gone, or 5 or 6 months that's gone by that you could have done what you were talking about doing. You just fell into a passion pit and thought, well, I'll do it later. Like, honey, you are not going to be in love with everything that you do. That's just not real life. You're not going to feel motivated by everything that you do. Everything that you do is not going to give you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. You're not going to wake up every day and be like, I can't wait to check my emails. Like, you're not. That's just not real life. And so when it comes to your business and how you present yourself, just make sure you're showing up. Same way you would show up if Billy Bob Thornton or, you know, Brad or somebody was cutting you a check to show up for this job that you hate. Show up for yourself. You may not like it. It may not be what you want to do at that current time. You can have an attitude while you're trying to figure out workflows and the email autoresponders. You do that. You go ahead and go through that with attitude, but you need to get it done. So you're not going to be in love with every step of the process, and that's okay. You just need to be committed to the end result. And that was me giving you a few signs that you've fallen into the passion pit, and then just a word to get you out of it. So again, I'm Christy Williams. Go ahead and hit subscribe. If you felt like this in your business and you feel like people are not talking about the slumps and the setbacks and the passion pits or whatever you want to call them, we can jump in the comments below and let's just discuss it there, because I think it's time for open dialogue. I think it's time for us to be honest with ourselves and each other as entrepreneurs, because I think there's this blanket that is just great. It's location independent and you can work when you want, do what you want, work with who you want, and a lot of us are not there yet. So for the beginning stages, I think we really need to talk. So go ahead in the comments below and I shall see you soon.